Hi, this is King of Review. Find n if negative 1024 is the nth term of the geometric sequence 1, negative 4, 16, negative 64, and the sequence continues. So here we're dealing with a geometric sequence. What is this? A geometric sequence is a sequence or list of numbers or terms where the ratio of any term to the previous term is constant. So each of these numbers here is a different term. This first term is A1. This second term, which is negative 4, is the second term, so it's called A2. And this naming pattern continues. The third term is A3, and the fourth term is A4. So a geometric sequence has a common ratio. So how do we get from 1 to negative 4? Well, we can multiply by a negative 4. And how do we get from negative 4 to 16? Again, we multiply by negative 4, so you can see a pattern here. To get to the next term, you must multiply by negative 4. To get from 16 to negative 64, you multiply by a negative 4. This is the common ratio, negative 4. Another way to figure out the common ratio is R equals A2 over A1. A2 is negative 4, and A1 is 1. This equals negative 4. So negative 4 is the common ratio. Now you can choose other terms to determine the common ratio. Let's pick A4. So A4 in the numerator, and then in the denominator it must be the previous term, so the third term, or A3. A4 is negative 64, and A3 is 16. Negative 64 divided by 16 equals negative 4. So we can see that the common ratio is negative 4. We want to find n if negative 1024 is the nth term. That means if this sequence continues, we will finally get to the number negative 1024, and we want to determine which term this is, so a to the n. We're trying to figure out this n here, a sub n. So we want to know which term negative 1024 is. To do this, we'll use the rule for the geometric sequence. This rule is an equals a1 times r to the n minus 1 power. The nth term of a geometric sequence with a1 as its first term and r as its common ratio. So that's the rule here that we're going to use. So let's start by filling in the information that we know. So we have an equals a1, that's this term here, so 1, times the common ratio. We found the common ratio here, that's a negative 4, to the n minus 1 power, and we're told that this is equal to negative 1024. So we have an equation here, and we're solving for n. So the first thing I'm going to do is divide by 1 on both sides. This will leave us with negative 4 to the n minus 1 power equals negative 1024. Now we want to think about a property that states if we have two powers with the same base, so if we have bx and by, if these two numbers have the same bases and these two numbers are equal, then we know that x and y must be equal. So x equals y. This is true as long as b is greater than 0 and b is not equal to 1. So if we can make negative 1024 have a base of negative 4, then we can set their exponents equal to one another. So if we have negative 4 to the n minus 1 power, we need to determine negative 4 to what power gives us negative 1024. So negative 4 to the 5th power equals negative 1024. So now you can see we have numbers with the same base that are equal. So now we can set their exponents equal to one another. We have n minus 1 equals 5. Solving for n, we add 1 on both sides, and now we have n equals 6. So we know that it's the 6th term, or A6, that equals negative 1024. So letter A is correct. Thanks for watching.